Hi, and welcome back. I've just loaded some blog boards to the site. It's a 5-pack deal. I have included a special thank you one in there, so there's really 6. The reason of blog boards is they're very nice on your site. It keeps it nice and clean, but it also protects your images from being screenshot. It's not a single image that, let's face it, copyright infringement's been on the high lately, and I've been a victim of it, and I know many that have. So, with that being said, you can use these blog boards on your blogs, or you can use them on Facebook. Now, there's a couple of different things that you can do with these. Let's take the copyright off. I personally don't take a lot of vertical images. Really don't know why, but I don't. But we can change, instead of this being a picture mask, we can change it to any color that we wish. And simply by adding another layer, choosing your color. I have a thing for this nice little bit of minty green here. And we can pull this down, and it's going to clip right to that layer. So all of this is highlighted to any color that you choose. At the bottom of this, I've left a color fill layer that you can add texture. You could use glitter. You could just simply change the color. I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes also. Now that we've changed this to a color, we can also add text to this. You can add your watermark here. You can add your text, and I love using vertical text sometimes. And you can just put family name here. And you can choose your fonts, you can choose your sizes, you can change anything that you want. But now it's become a little more personalized if you were to use it on your Facebook page or your site. To use these, I've tried to make them as simplistic as possible. The next image is going to end up going right here because that's where that layer is. So to use this, you're just going to go to File, Place Embedded. Let's go to the right files here. Let's go with this one. I'm not going to do all of the openings with you, but I'm going to show you how to do a couple of things. When you're pulling an image in and you don't see it showing in the box, it's because the image is either too big or you're not on the proper layer. Always be sure that your restrain tool is on, because we don't want people short and fat, tall and skinny. We don't want them distorted in any shape or form. And all I'm doing is moving it around until I get it to the portion in the proportions that I would want it to be shown as. You can either confirm this with your check mark to set it in place, or you can simply click on the layer and it'll set it in place at the exact same way. Now we'll go to the next one. Again, choosing File, Place, Embedded, and we'll do this one. Again, making sure that the constraint is on. Bringing it up to a size that you feel is appropriate. I try to keep them sized pretty equal so that in this particular case, that she doesn't look big in one and little in another. Once you've done this, excuse me, and placed these all in their masks and layers, what you're going to do is go to File, save as, and we're going to rename this because we don't want to overwrite the original file. So I'm just going to call this Savannah, and I'm going to save it. Now I haven't overwrote the original document, so it's always available exactly the way we started it, and you now have one specifically for your customer or for you to reference to place on your blog or Facebook. So we saved it as another PSD, which left all of our layers intact. When you're ready and you have filled all of this, we're going to merge or flatten. I'm going to merge this one, and we're going to do a save as again, but this time we're going to save it as a JPEG. Again, always making sure that you're in the sRGB profile, because that's what web that's what web is about. It's the only format that's going to show properly, and it's the only thing that's going to show off your work. And we're going to save it as a JPEG. Always at a maximum of 12, and say OK. So we would have completed this entire board. Now, another way of doing these, and I'm going to show you a little surprise that I put in there for you guys. We talked about changing the colors in the previous one. This one I added a couple little elements, and you can see that on this layer here. If you didn't want those hearts, you just turn them off. Or you can place whatever you want to put in there. If you want to change the color of those boxes, all you have to do is click on your color, and you can choose anything of the rainbow that you would want. In the first one that I spoke with you, we talked about a text area, and I called it a play area here. You can put your watermark, you can put the family name, you can put a special holiday message in there. It's all to what you want this to be and what you want it to represent your brand, your style, and possibly even just that session. This one I'm going to change a little bit just to show you the backgrounds. So I'm going to go find a background. First I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on a new layer above our color layer. Come over here and place embedded, and let's go with this light blue. And see, it filled in all of the background to the light blue. Now, since it's light blue and this is green, we can come up here and change this color to, we could just do white. It's all what you want it to be. I'm just showing you a couple little options that things can be changed around. Once you have the colors that you wish and have your images chosen to be placed in the board, again, we would do File, Place Embedded, and I can't remember what size that was. It's pretty squished down. He's pretty squished down here, so let's see if this one's going to work. And it will. We just have to bring it down a little bit. Sometimes it really takes toying with things to get them in the right proportions. Again, as always, making sure that your constrain tool is on. Again, you can either confirm it this way, or you can confirm it by just clicking on that layer. Going on to the next one is going to be this opening here. I'm been trying really hard to make sure that I keep these in perfect order for you guys, because I know it's easy to get lost within a template. But there's a lot of fun things that you can do with your sessions without jeopardizing your work, without leaving it wide open for anyone to grab. Or, let's face it, some people just don't have rights to some of the things that we do. Now, another way to protect this and your work, there's many of you that know that I released something within a private Facebook group, and I offered it free for a couple of days. It's now, I believe I'm charging $3 on my website for it, and it's referred to as my sneak peek brush. What this does, and you can see that I selected my B for brush, and this is my sneak peek brush because I know that's what it is. And in order for this to work, you're going to have to create a layer at the top, because otherwise it won't go over your images. It has to be above all of those masks. So I could put my sneak peek brush right in there. And to give you an idea of what it looks like, you'll see that it really doesn't interfere with the images itself. So there's a couple of different ways of using the brush, and there's more than your imagination could go crazy playing with the blog boards and having fun with them. I do have some specialty ones for weddings and whatnot that are pre-designed with some beautiful floral elements and soft colors. And I do some of those custom colors and elements upon request. So don't think that you're limited to just these boxes. These can do amazing things for you, for your customers, and for your business. I hope you enjoy. Thank you again.